Oh, hello, it's Megan. I truly don't believe you can ever be too old to love the Anne of Green Gables series by Lucy Maud Montgomery. At least I haven't hit that age, and I hope I never do, because I love this series. So, this video is the fourth in a little video series I'm doing about names from the Anne of Green Gables series, and it is for book 4, which is Anne of Windy Poplars. And I started with book 1, this is book 4, and I'm going to go up to book 6, which is Anne of Ingleside. I'm not going to repeat character names that I've already mentioned, so if I am missing one of your favorite characters, hopefully I talked about them in one of my previous 3 videos, or they'll make one of my next 2. So that said, let's go ahead and get started and talk about some of these lovely, lovely names. The first name I have from this book is Abraham, for Abraham Pringle. Abraham is a Hebrew name. It means father of many. It's currently number 194 in the United States. I think it's interesting with the rise of the name Lincoln that Abraham hasn't risen very much in the charts. Then I have Charlotte, also known as Chatty in the series. I love her. So this is for Charlotte McLean, or Chatty McLean. Charlotte, though, is a French name. It means free man. It's currently number 19 in the United States. I think Charlotte is so lovely and timeless. It has multiple adorable nickname options. It's just a really classy, beautiful name. I get why it's getting popular. Then I have Elizabeth, for Elizabeth Grayson. Oh, she's so sweet. But Elizabeth is a Hebrew name. It means pledge to God. It's currently number 10 in the United States. Speaking of names with great nickname options, Elizabeth kind of takes the cake. There are so many cute nicknames for Elizabeth. I love this name. To be honest with you, Charlotte and Elizabeth are both family names for me, so I have some personal connections to both of these. Then I have Esme, for Esme Taylor. Esme is a French name. It means beloved. It's currently number 977, so barely in the top 1,000 here in the United States. And I think that's so sad. I think Esme is sorely underused. I know it's too old-fashioned for some people, but in case you couldn't tell, I really love old-fashioned names, and I think Esme is just stunning and adorable. Then I have Hazel, for Hazel Marr. Hazel's an English name meaning the hazelnut tree. It's currently number 175 in popularity. This name has really shot up in popularity. It's a name that I once thought was maybe a little too dated, but I'm hearing it so much that it doesn't sound too dated anymore to me. Next is James, for James Armstrong. James is an English name. It means subplanter. It's currently number 14. It has long been one of my favorite names for boys, and it's used a couple of times in this series. Actually, Anne goes on to have a son named James, who they call Jem, Jem. Then I have Jarvis, for Jarvis Morrow. Jarvis is an Old English name. It's derived from an old surname. It's not a name that I hear too often, and I think Jarvis has a really heavy sound to it, but I think it's a really good character name. Like, I can almost visualize a Jarvis when I hear this name. Next is Kate, for Kate Maccomer. Kate is an English name, a diminutive of the name Katherine. It means pure. It's currently number 194, and I just really love the simplicity of the name Kate. I think it sounds very crisp and strong and classic, and it's just right up my alley. Then I have Katherine, for Katherine Brooks. Katherine's a Greek name. It means pure. It's currently number 64. And Anne does say in one of the books that she prefers Katherine with a K to Katherine with the C, and I'm with her on that. I don't mind it with the C, but I do prefer the K. And Katherine's a lovely name, I think, that has so many beautiful variations to it. Then I have Lennox, for Lennox Carter. Lennox is a Scottish name. It means elm grove. It's currently number 776. Not too popular, but it does, like, visually just look very current to me. Maybe it's because that X on the end. Actually, I think that's why I think it looks more modern. I think of Annie Lennox, but yeah, I think it looks like a name that could be trendy right now. Then I have Lewis, for Lewis Allen. Lewis is an English name. It's a variation of Louis, Louis. It means renowned warrior. With this spelling, it's currently number 644. I do think this is a good spelling if you're worried that Louis will be pronounced Louis, because that can be pronounced Louis or Louis, or Louis, excuse me. So if you wanted it to be pronounced Louis, I might use this spelling over Louis. I hope that made sense. Then I have Minerva, for Minerva Tom Gallen. Okay, so one of the many things I love about the character names in this series is that Lucy Maud Montgomery uses such an array of names. So in the same book, you can have a Katherine and a Minerva. That's so juicy and delicious to me. But Minerva is a Latin name, and it's used in Roman mythology. It means intellect. You might recognize it as a Harry Potter name. I think it could be a little bit more usable with like nicknames like Minnie and cute stuff like that. Then I have Pauline for Pauline Gibson. Pauline is a French name. It's a variation of the name Paul, which means small. It fell out of the top 1,000 in the 1990s, so I just don't hear too many Paulines, but I think it's kind of nice. Next is Pierce for Pierce Grayson, and Pierce is an English name. It means son of Piers, P-I-E-R-S. It's currently number 479 in popularity. It has a very cool, crisp, distinguished sound about it. Like, I would think this is a serious and handsome man. Next I have Rebecca for Rebecca Dew. Rebecca's a Hebrew name. It means servant of God. It's currently number 157 in popularity. And this is a pretty popular name that has dipped quite a bit recently. It is a biblical name. It has a warm kind of heartland kind of feel to it to me. Yeah. Then I have Sybil, who's also known as Devi. So Sybil Morrow, or Devi Morrow, is what she's more commonly known as in the series. Sybil is a Greek name. It means prophetess. It reminds me straight away of Downton Abbey, which I'm obsessed with. Who else watches the show? But Sybil is not too popular as a name here in the United States. Next up is Teddy. His full name is Theodore, and that's Teddy Armstrong. It's a Greek name that means gift of God. It's currently number 197 in the United States. I think Teddy makes her a sweet little nickname. It's a name that it fell for a while, but it's starting to climb back up in popularity in the charts. Then I have Terry, whose name is Terence, and that's for Terry Garland. Terry's an English name, and it's from a Roman family name. But the name Terence, which Terry's short for, feels very scholarly to me, and yeah, just like someone who is well educated. Then the next name I have is Valentine, and that's for Valentine Cordelou. And Valentine in this series is a female name, but it is a unisex name. And Valentine's a Latin name also, meaning healthy and strong. It's associated with romance and, of course, the holiday St. Valentine's Day. So here are some more fascinating names, mostly lesser known characters that I wasn't able to get to in this video, but I still want to say the names. I like names, obviously. So here they are: Amasa, Bessie, Bertha, Cecilia, Cyrus, Duncan, Ernestine, Franklin, twins Gerald and Geraldine, Gertrude, Gordon, Hardy, Harriet, Homer, Ida, Matilda, Mita, Nora, Thyra, Trix, and Wilfred. So I hope you enjoyed those. Please do subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more about names. All the names that I mentioned just now will be in the description box below, as well as my links where you can find me around the internet. I have a link at the top of this box that is linking you to my most recent blog post, which talks about names from the series. If you haven't already checked that out, I hope that you will. And please do come back tomorrow, where I'll talk about one of my favorite books in the series, which is Anne's House of Dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely, lovely day.